The Zabzuru Old Market toilets and its accompanied rabbit dumping place has been an issue with the Zabzuru District Assembly. I can recall that in 2020 we had a heap of it, to the effect that we had to engage our earth-moving machines. But that time one was broken down. We had to engage one on rental basis to come and collect all the rubbish dumped over there. The issue is always between Assembly and then Zoom Lion. Zoom Lion has its container there. Said that when the refuse is collected or dumped in the container, they pick the container and then go and then discharge it and then bring it back. But teenagers, toddlers, excuse me to say, are given this rubbish to come and then pour it inside the container. The fact that they cannot reach, they just dump it over there. So on 2 occasions, I invited the district Zoom Lion officer to tell me what pragmatic plans they have in order not to allow them dump it on the ground. Because when it is collected like that, or it is heaped in that manner, Assembly has to cough out huge sums of money to evacuate that, because you cannot sit down aloof and see that nuisance in the middle of the town. And that means that we are duplicating our payment of Zoom Lion, because we pay them for them to take the container away. But if in the event that some recalcitrant and hard-headed people will not dump it inside the container and pour it on the ground, it becomes a work of the Assembly again. So we are currently preparing adequately to do what we once did, that all the rubbish dumped over there will be collected, and then Zoom Lion will now put in its policy in order not to let the thing be heaped up again, so that it becomes a nuisance in the Assembly, and then the stigma will go to the Zabzuru District Assembly. We shall not allow that again. I'm also told that the toilet is also full. Every year, immediately after rainy season, because of that olden type of toilet, you see water collecting and mixed with whatever fecal matter that is down there. Unless Assembly will engage this particular vehicle from different districts. Sometimes we even go as far as Wali to engage this on a rental basis to come and scoop whatever that are collected inside. That one too, we are preparing adequately. You know, we have just taken office. Last week we were in Accra for orientation. I've just returned, and then I've met my technocrats, I've met the district environmental officer to come out with a plan that we are going to follow the plan to the letter, so that we shall not get Satan there again. It becomes a thing of the fact. So I'm telling you that we are committed to collecting it as we ever did, and then scoop the toilet as well, so that it becomes free for people to use. But let me add that of late, the issue of toilets is now that over there used to be at the market square, so we are obliged to maintain it as such. But Assembly is not committed to actually build public toilets. We are advocating household latrines. Everybody who builds a house should have one inside the house. That is where the permit is very, very important. But you see people building before you realize they have built their house. So we need to revisit our bylaws to ensure that the bylaws have teeth to bite. Otherwise, nowhere can the Assembly build a public toilet except market squares, lorry parks, then schools. That is where we can now channel our scarce resources to providing toilet. But as for an area to have a toilet, that one we are gradually drifting away from it and allow everybody to have